receive an additional $1,000 scholarship.
Hi, Chuck. How's traffic? What do you see?
I am seeing some slow spots now on the highway. It's from the UC
Yeah, it's raining out here.
Mammogram Save Lives. Schedule your annual mammogram with UC Health by calling 513-584-PINK. That's 513-584-PINK. Northbound 75, add a couple of extra minutes. Buttermilk to Kyle's. Southbound 75, filling in coming out of Laughlin. So is inbound 74. Slow go off and on from above Montana to the 75 ramp. Chuck Ingram, News Radio 700 WLW.
High chance of showers today. 75 is the high. Tonight, we dip to 58. Then a better chance of showers tomorrow and rain on Sunday. 65 both days, 64 now. 700 WLW.
700 WLW.
Here's Seg.
Thank you, Mikey. High school football. There's playoff action tonight in Ohio and Indiana with regular season play in Kentucky. Coverage begins at 6. Cincinnati Children's High School Football Tonight Show on Fox Sports 1360. Among the games in college football tomorrow, 7 o'clock right here on 700 WLW. Cincinnati Bearcats at Oklahoma State. Also, the Miami Redhawks versus Ohio U in the Battle of the Bricks. Also, number 21 Tennessee takes on Kentucky at 5 on ESPN 1530. Thursday night football at Buffalo downing Tampa Bay 24-18. Bengals update. Bengals at San Francisco on Sunday. All of the action will be right here on 700 WLW.
This is the Aviation Report with Jay Ratliff, brought to you by the Greater Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport on 700 WLW.
Hi, Jay. The FAA has somebody in charge finally.
Yeah, Michael Whitaker, the latest FAA chief. He comes
ready
in
at 7:23.
on a unanimous vote from the Senate, 98-0. Mike, hopefully you'll be able to stick around longer than the last FAA chief, who was there for 18
10
months.
minutes.
The term's 5 years. A lot of challenges await the FAA, and hopefully they can keep this guy around for a while so some of those challenges can be tackled.
All right. And Southwest is having some monetary issues here. A bad third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, you see $193 million made in profit in the third quarter, and you're thinking, well, that's not too bad, but it's 30% less than what they made last year. And Mike, when you look at Delta and United reporting their $1 billion third quarter profits, certainly shows that Southwest has some work to do. And I'll have more on just what that is on our aviation blog today. That's sponsored by the Greater Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport, offering round-trip fares to Orlando for $47. You can find that and more great deals at cbgairports.com.
All right. Weather issues, not a bad day.
It's going to be a good day to fly. It's a great way to end the week.
Good deal. Jay, we thank you. We'll talk to Tony Pike just ahead. 700 WLW.
This is the Bengals Update, brought to you in part by your Tri-State Chevrolet dealers on 700 WLW, the home of the best Bengals coverage.
I'm John Adams with Baird Private Wealth Management in Cincinnati. Our financial advisors are wholly focused on your needs. Baird gives us the leading market insights and
move your head back so I can see if anybody's coming.
To serve you best.
Anybody coming?
The difference at BairdWealth.com.
Hey, Bengals fans, you know, great tackling can happen off the gridiron, too. Rough trail ahead, tough to-do list, and it's technology.
Out of the tight end position. They need to be better as a whole offensively, and hopefully on the bye week, being able to do some self-scout, they're able to do that. And they also have the advantage in the fact that San Francisco is banged up. They just played on Monday Night Football in Minnesota. They got to travel back across the country on a short week, and the Bengals are pretty healthy. They're coming off of a bye. There should be no excuse from a rest standpoint, from a readiness standpoint. They've just got to find a way to get some of these playmakers involved more in the offense.
The Niners have lost two. I mean, they appear to be a much more beatable team than people would have thought a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, the Cleveland game, a little bit of an outlier. It was just a terrible weather game. Cleveland's defense is really, really good. The Minnesota loss was really inexplicable. Now, they don't have Deebo Samuel. They didn't have Trent Williams in that game. That affects the offense in a big way. And Brock Purdy had 2 interceptions after it was his concussion. So it is a dangerous San Francisco team. I think they're the second best team in the NFC. And certainly coming off 2 straight losses, returning home, you're going to get everything you can handle through the Cincinnati Bengals. But it does feel like, at least on paper, a team that is in a good spot to be upset at home on Sunday.
Good deal. We'll see what happens. Tony Pike, always a pleasure. Talk to you next Friday. You bet. See you. News in a minute, 700 WLW.
You've been listening to the Bengals Update on 700 WLW, the home of the best Bengals coverage.
It's Trucktober at Jake Sweeney Chevrolet. Find new roads and get up to $57.50 off select Silverado 1500s during Chevy truck season. Only at Jake Sweeney Chevrolet, Tri-Counties. JakeSweeney.com.
Unleash the fun. Make Hollywood Casino Lawrenceburg your game day destination. Enjoy great food and drinks and fast, friendly casino action. Hollywood Casino Lawrenceburg. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-9-WITH-IT or text INGMB to 53342.
Pella Windows and Doors are rated #1 by Cincinnati homeowners for highest quality. Dan Horde for Pella Windows and Doors of Greater Cincinnati. Bring home the win with Pella, where you can Pella now and pay later. For details, visit PellaWindowsCincinnati.com. News, traffic, and weather. News Radio 700 WLW, Cincinnati.
The search for a mass murderer continues with the 7:30 report. I'm Ricky Uccino breaking down Maine's second largest city, still on lockdown this morning as the massive manhunt for 40-year-old Robert Card continues. The Army reservist wanted for shooting and killing 18 people Wednesday night and injuring 13 others. The latest now in an update from ABC News.
It's another day of sheltering in place for thousands of people around Lewiston, Maine, where authorities are continuing the manhunt for Robert Card, the suspect in Wednesday night's shooting that left at least 18 people dead. A helicopter and law enforcement surrounded a home near Bowdoin Thursday night, but Card was not inside. His family's been cooperating with authorities, says ABC's Aaron Katursky.
When his sister first heard about the shooting, the location at the bowling alley, and her brother's alleged involvement, the sister told law enforcement she thought he might be targeting an ex-girlfriend. Whether she works at that bowling alley or may have just bowled there, we don't know. But that's what the sister initially believed.
Tammy Aslan was in the bowling alley.
The sad part of it is all the kids were right there at the entrance. And thank God to the quick thinking of some parents who didn't even turn to look. They just grabbed the kids and said, run.
Brian Clark, ABC News.
Let's check the latest traffic and weather together.
From the UC Health Traffic Center, mammograms save lives. Schedule your annual mammogram with UC Health by calling 513-584-PINK. That's 513-584-PINK.